want to be clear here.
Oh, boy. Oh,
I really enjoyed Skylar Thompson's preseason. Okay, Skylar's the limit, okay? We started that bandwagon here, okay?
But there's that guy. They have that guy every year. Senate
to win it. He got cut. He's on the outskis. Well, they kept him. Skylar Thompson is on the 53-man roster.
Oh, okay.
And Chris Grier and Mike McDaniel, listen to what they had to say about him. And I just thought, too much. Here's the...
Yeah. I mean, so he played very well. Again, another guy that comes in, he just works every day. He's won over his teammates through his work ethic, and, he went out and balled. And another one, we got calls again, people asking what we were going to do, and they're all saying, you guys would be stupid to let him go, and there was no thought about us doing it.
We're not in the business of being stupid.
So.
Not in the business of being stupid. And they sound like tickled pink with Skylar Thompson.
Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine Christopher Grier on his "we're not into the habit of doing anything stupid." And I present you with Exhibit A.
Oh, boy.
With the 31st pick in the NFL draft, the Dolphins select Noah Igbenogany and leave Jonathan Taylor on the board.
Well, that's true. Yeah, he does have some stinkers on there. But I just thought
it's not too much. It wasn't too much.
Pump the brakes on Skylar Thompson a little bit. I think it's a little bit too much. We're going into the season. It's supposed to be all about Tua. It's Tua. Did you hear them before? Like the I'm like, whoa, you two calm down. Like a couple of hyenas tickled pink. They're like, oh, listen to the beginning of this. They're like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so he played very well.
Like, what is that?
Yeah. I mean, so he played very well.
I don't like that. He's a late round draft pick. Looks like he's got some goods to him, but you're gonna start.
Here's the kicker.
You're gonna set yourself up for people saying Skylar over Tua, much like Sexy Sauce is right now.
I would say that part of the reason why he got drafted so low because he was hurt.
And he's old.
Huh?
And old.
How old is he?
25.
Oh, did he go to college for like 6 years like a lot of these guys?
He might have, but he's older than Tua.
Yeah. That would explain the maturity.
David says the show pony who spent hour 2 yesterday talking about Lamar Jackson. Damage is done, my friend. I wasn't saying Tua over Lamar Jackson. I was just throwing it out there.
Point for Twitcher.
I don't want Lamar Jackson over Tua.
See, if I would have said that, you would have finagled your way out of it.
I'm not finagling my way out of it. I don't want Lamar Jackson.
Take responsibility.
I just no. I just
tell the truth.
If a league MVP says he wants to be on your team, you have to go. Not saying I want him over Tua. Yeah, sure you do.
No, you don't.
Oh, it's the rules, dude.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
For the future of your franchise, 5 years, okay? If you're going to give a quarterback a big contract, you would hope you can get 5 good years.
Of course.
Realistically.
Yep.
Now, and don't take this the wrong way, okay? Because in no way, shape, or form do I have one negative thing to say about Lamar Jackson. But for 5 years, would you rather have a style of football that Lamar Jackson plays or a style of football that Tua plays? Not necessarily those players, but it's been proven that the way Lamar Jackson plays that position, it comes crashing into a screeching halt relatively quick.
Counterpoint.
That's just what the history says.
Counterpoint, Tua's had way more injuries in his football career, and I'm including college, than Lamar Jackson has.
That's why I said not the people. I said the style of play. You don't even listen.
I can't take the people out of it. Sorry. Here's a little bit more of Mike McDaniel fawning over Skylar Thompson. A little too much.
I haven't heard of a good football team that their problem was they had too many good quarterbacks. They touched the ball every play. So it's not about you can go a lot of draft classes and over a long period of time, and if you're holding your breath for a player out of the 7th round to play like he did in the preseason, you're going to pass out. So, that's why. It's just because you don't just scoff and look the other way when you have a player playing well at that position. Those are things that if you let those slip through your fingers, you'll end up regretting that forever.
I got just again too much.
Why?
Too much. Just too much. You know what? Just say, you know what? We like the prospect. We like the prospect. Now they're setting themselves up for, as soon as Tua has a stinker,
No,
they're going to be having a wandering eye,
You
dude.
think they're willy-nilly like that?
It sounded like.
Oh,
they're
my,
smitten.
so the only people he can say good things about is Tua at that position.
He's a rookie. You know what? Earn your stripes. Like, he's sitting there.
He can only earn what he can earn.
Skylar.
And so far, he earned a spot on the team.
And that's it. You know what? You know what he's earned? An opportunity.
And that's all they were saying.
That's not all he was saying, dude. That was a man who goes, you'll fall in love. You'll hold your breath for a 7th round pick that's this good.
You know what I call that? The Tom Brady effect. The Tony Romo effect. That when you have guys that show talent, because throughout, you're very rarely going to get a guy drafted late in the draft that you haven't seen have success in college. Okay? You're just not going to. So from that standpoint, if you see those talents, which you questioned, actually transfer to the NFL, then you might have something. And it's the Tom Brady effect. Because everybody think when they draft a quarterback in the late round for whatever reason, and he shows promise, you're like, oh, we might have stole something here. That's just the way it is.
I don't want them to steal something. I want them to have Tua.
How do you know they don't have? You think what they're doing with Tua is fake?
It's not fake, but it feels to me like they've been flipped.
No.
Like they're easily swayed.
If they guess what? A
coach
or a GM that is that easily swayed will not have the job that long.
It's either that or, and maybe I'll give them a little bit of wiggle room.
Oh boy.
Maybe that was fake public fluff. Everybody has to account.
Are you shocked?
Some fake public fluff. Like they're just fluffing.
Are you shocked? Has anybody in the organization called Noah Igbenogany a bum? They're real positive with him, right?
Yeah.
There you have it.
Jay Hild says Tobin is so convinced teams think like him that it never fails.
Right.
That even he falls for the craziness.
Or how about Jesse Davis? When they say, he wish he could have that one back. That one?
Nah.
What? That one.
When have you ever, like, Marcos, you didn't think that was a little bit much from McCochin, where he's just like, I mean, you will pass out holding your breath if you ever think a 7th round pick's going to be this good.
It was a lot, but if I'm Tua, I'm not worried. But if I'm Teddy Bridgewater, I'm kind of like,
yeah, see,
that's true.
On that one.
But then you're one step away. Then you're one hit away if you're Skylar.
Yeah.
You're like, I already took out Bridgewater.
Goes in the game, may never come back. It's rough.
RVA Richie says Tua's diaper is off. Don't poop the bed. Yeah, look. If you're Tua, don't lose. I'm with you. Don't lose because they already got their eye. They already got their eye on Skylar.
Really? That's not the case at all.
I think it is, dude.
Let me
I think
ask
it
you a
is.
question. If that's the case, then every player in the NFL would be terrified. Because they're always drafting guys that play your position. Like, they drafted Tommy Vardell with the 9th pick in the draft when I was in Cleveland. The 9th pick. You knew damn well he was going to play. And guess what? He played like Tommy Vardell, so nothing changed for me.
I'm just a little worried that everybody loves finding a diamond in the rough. All right.
Of course. That's how championship teams are built.
Well,
They're not built on getting the guys that everybody know that can play. It's built on having young guys that you develop into being contributors, having guys that maybe were a little banged up in college and didn't have the production, but you can see that they can play. Those are the guys, because you get them for cheap, that end up contributing with the stars that makes your team a championship team. It's not just with the star. It's not basketball where you get 3 superstars and you can win with anybody else. No, it's not that. So, yeah, the whole point, every GM will tell you, you cannot win a championship without cheap labor, meaning that you have a lot of young guys that come in and outplay their contract at an early age. If you don't have that, I mean, look at Seattle, right? Look at the run they had. And you can almost kind of look at what Buffalo has done. You know, they brought a couple of big pieces in, but at the same time, like, it was a lot of their own homegrown talent.
Yeah, but what does he mean? Like, oh, I've never heard of a team that has too many good quarterbacks. I have. You ever hear that? You got 2 quarterbacks, you got none?
They didn't say they have 2 quarterbacks. They're here. You only have 2 quarterbacks when you have a situation like what's going on in Pittsburgh.
Right. Trubisky and tiny hands.
Right. That's gonna, because if it's too close, and you wait till the last minute, that means every time a quarterback struggles, people are gonna yell to switch. But there has been no question.
But I feel
who
like
the
when
starting quarterback is.
Yeah,
It's never been hinted. It's never been suggested anything other than Tua. So them saying something positive about a young quarterback coming up through the system does nothing.
Positive though, like they basically like couldn't put their tongues back in their mouth. They were panting over him.
And what's that got to do with Tua?
Earn it.
He did earn it.
Preseason.
He earned a spot on the team.
And that's what they should have said. Good enough to stick around. That's it.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, let me ask
Unless
you a question,
it's a public
clown. How you think that goes over with the team, hearing you as a GM talk like that about the players on the team?
That's fine. What does he have to worry about? Now all of a sudden you have Skylar. If you hear that, you get the transcript. You're like, big ego. His ego goes to the sky.
Really?
Yep.
Why? Can I just ask you, why on so many occasions I feel that we live on 2 different planets? Some of the crap that comes out of your pie hole is not even like close to, like, why?
Just gonna tone it down a little bit.
You're
much.
the one that talk about Skylar's the limit, and now you're like, too much. You don't think it was too much when you were going Skylar is the limit?
I didn't ever consider the fact that they would actually, put him in this position where they think he's the next Tom Brady.
Skylar's a limit, but now they're in like space. This is too much.
Yeah,
we've
we've gotten to orbit.
They're completely past that.
Here comes the sprinkles.
It's just too much,
right? Here comes the sprinkles. Old Marcos right over the top.
I don't know.
The sprinkles.
Maybe it's because
Caramel
and who was it in the chat who was so pro Skylar? I'm seeing this a lot. A lot of people think that one incomplete pass to Ezukama, they're like, oh, he's got an arm.
He does have an arm. I mean,
arm,
that was a very impressive throw.
It was
very impressive.
Yeah. Tell you, Teddy Bridgewater needs to look over his shoulder.
I mean, he was better than Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
But they paid Teddy Bridgewater $6 million.
It don't matter. It don't
I
matter.
don't know.
Well, it clearly did matter because he didn't get cut.
Okay, it's early.
Oh,
If there's an injury or a trade that presents itself, and you got to make a roster spot, 3 quarterbacks, first place they're gonna go.
Interesting.
Not interesting, reality.
Too much.
Why would they do that?
Handsome Daffy. Skylar is legit, man. Sexy sauce. Our Skylar has a better ring to it.
Wow, what is wrong? Oh man, I'm telling you what.
What? I'm telling you, dude. That was a mistake. That was a misstep publicly.
I
by
could
the coach and
imagine
GM.
what the comments would be on Twitch and on Twitter when I played, because I used to fumble the ball, and it and I played hard, but sometimes it just didn't work out.
Imagine if
I
Tua
was like,
just
oh,
had
that
two-
bum, that horde, he's a bum.
Imagine if Tua had like 2 good preseason games. They talked about
And
him
by
like
the
he was
way,
the God's gift to football.
I think my radio career started a lot sooner, because I remember doing the interview and they had call-ins, and the guy said, "Hey, why don't they keep you on the field and move you to tight end?" I said, "Because you're an idiot." How many 220-pound tight ends you know? Like, who people suggest crazy stuff? Speaking of crazy stuff, why don't you stop?
I'm just saying I didn't like
I
it.
think, you know what? I'm gonna start treating you like
What?
Mayday air disaster, right? One of the systems, the automated systems that sends the stuff from your brain to your mouth is broken. We got to go in and fix it. Because you honestly think about these things?
It'd be like, Galen coming out here and he gives like 100 Odyssey points to Skylar Thompson just for like flipping the on switch.
That's way too far, Tobin. Sorry. You know what I had to do for 100 Odyssey points?
Dude, hey, is it me? But I only get 2 or 3 at a time. I got 8.
Well, where are you going to spend it? Coffee mug?
I think Dono gave you those 8.
Yeah, he did.
Giving you silly sauce. Like the Dolphins GM and coach praising Skylar Thompson. A little too much. A little too much. I just want to be clear here. Nothing wrong with praising Skylar Thompson and being proud of him.
Yeah.
Just a little much. Like you ever, I don't know, you ever watching like Game of Thrones with your lady and she's just fawning over Jason Momoa? A little too much.
Yeah.
A little too much.
It's true.
I think that's the way that's the way I would look at it. Just like nothing wrong with praising them, nothing wrong with finding beauty in an unearthed gem. But tone it down a little, huh? You got a quarterback. His name's Tua Tagovailoa. And you're sitting here, everybody's getting so mad at me yesterday about Lamar Jackson, liking a tweet. At least Lamar Jackson's done something, This dude's got credentials in this league. But Skylar Thompson, why? Because you carved up the Eagles' third teamers. The guy's going to be bagging groceries this week next to Kurt Warner. Hell out of here, dude. I just think it's a little bit too much. A little too much. That's all.
Plus, number 19 at quarterback. Come on. It's crazy.
Bernie Kosar was number 19 with Leroy.
Wow.
Yep.
Strange.
Yeah, because they should let him keep 20. That would have been cool. That would have been cool.
Yeah. The game has changed, man. That number thing really threw me off. I know it's been a couple years now, but
Texter writes in, Tobin clearly isn't happy with Tua. Yesterday he wants Lamar Jackson. Today he wants Skylar to start. What's next? Obviously you're not listening to me, sir.
Yeah, no,
obviously you're not listening to me, okay? Because that's not what I said. All right? I'm saying too much Skylar Thompson praise. In fact, I think this is a movement. This reeks of something to me, okay? I have a theory with this Skylar Thompson praise, okay? Now, I'd like Leroy to be here for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I don't want to just give it willy-nilly, but you want to know what my Skylar Thompson theory is, Marcos?
Yeah, I'm dying to know. I thought I had it. So now there's a new theory I need to know.
J-Fig, do you want to know what my Skylar Thompson theory is with Chris Grier?
This is important.
J-Fig, I mean, why can't you can't get on camera or something like it doesn't. Nobody can see that other than people on Twitch right now.
She wrote a message.
She just wrote, "Tell
me."
Like that doesn't. Why you can't just pop on the screen once and just like, yes,
yeah,
something like that.
Hold Scooby in the air. say yes.
All right, I'll give you my Skylar Thompson theory with Chris Grier.
Yes.
But first, I'm going to need a caller, 786-360-0790.
sense.
I will not give why I think Chris Grier is so gaga over Skylar Thompson until somebody calls me at 786-360-0790. Only until then will I give you my Skylar Thompson theory as to why I think Chris Grier is fluffing him up so much. And I think I've really gotten down to it. Hold on, I'm going to call here. Hey, 790, you're on the air. Anybody there?
790, you're on the air. I want to know, Show Pony.
You want to know why I think Chris Grier is fluffing up Skylar Thompson so much?
Yes, I want to know so much.
All right, hold on one second. Leroy.
No.
You want to know why I think Chris Grier is fluffing up Skylar Thompson so much?
No, I don't, because he didn't overdo it.
No, he overdid it, dude. He overdid it. Even Marcos, we can agree he overdid it a little bit, yeah?
He's gonna agree with you.
No, Leroy, look, he overdid it a little bit.
790, you're on the air. What's your name?
Yes, hi. How are you? I feel like this is all a ploy. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna keep Skylar to do what? To do trade bait with Baltimore? Hell no. Hell to the no.
But,
okay.
Hey,
we got a hidden gem. Damn it.
What's your name? I just want to give his take and get out of here.
Let's
Let's call him Hidden Gem.
That's fair.
Hold on, let's see. Hey, 790, what's your name? 790.
I'm just eager to know.
All right, you guys want to know why? Here's my theory.
Oh, boy.
Currently, Chris Grier is known as, right or wrong, because I thought he had a good draft last year, okay? 3 gems it looks like he found in Jalen, and Javon, all right? Triple J, not to be confused with Triple G. But for right now, for better or worse, he is known as the guy who passed on Justin Herbert. Nationally. That's it. They on the show's Jet Up and all these carnival barkers, you passed on a generational arm for a maybe in Tua Tagovailoa. Now, I'm not saying I agree with it. Just is what it is. So what's the only thing that could eradicate the stink? There's only one thing that can eradicate the stink of
winning?
Passing. Nope. Nice try.
So it's not about winning.
No. Nice try. I said nice try. Okay. The reason.
But isn't it about winning?
Nope. Leroy,
Chris Grier would lose his job if they don't
nice
win.
Try. I said nice try. I will give you the answer. You asked for it. I will give you the answer.
I didn't ask for it. I definitively said, I don't want to know.
As a GM, if you pass on a generational
he just went
arm,
right through the stop sign.
If you pass on a generational arm, there's only one way to eradicate the stink, and that is finding a QB nobody knew about. That is the ultimate trump card as to passing on a generational arm.
Yeah.
You pass on Justin Herbert, then how do you eradicate the stink if Tua's never as good as him? Easy. You found a quarterback in the 7th round.
Okay, but guess
what? If you
what?
find a quarterback in the 7th round, then all of a sudden you can't be the guy that passed on Justin Herbert. Instead, now you know what you become, Leroy?
What?
You've become the gem finder.
Okay, but guess what?
Makes sense.
Yep, makes sense, doesn't it?
Like
We've had several situations in the NFL where guys have passed up. How many people passed on Lamar Jackson? How many people passed on Dan Marino?
Mm-hmm.
How many people passed on Tom Brady? How many people pass on Tony Romo? You know, there's a lot of people, right, that have passed on players that ended up being great.
In this particular situation, though, Leroy, how many have took a quarterback and then the next guy took a quarterback and that quarterback turned out to be way better than the quarterback that you took? So the only way that you can eradicate the stink is you found a gem in the seventh round. So maybe the fluff job, right or wrong, is just Chris Grier showing you, I got the goods. Look who I found in the 7th round. Look who I found. Look at me. Look at old CG.
He hasn't
Look at old
played an
CG.
NFL.
Whoa.
He hasn't played an NFL game yet, though.
You're right. Hey, guess what? You're right. So now you're on my side where you say,
No,
why would
no,
you
no,
fluff him
hold
up
on.
so much?
Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa.
No. You see, you're starting to come
Let's
around with
roll
me.
with him,
Exactly,
Leroy.
dude. Exactly.
Now
You're
I
making
get
my
it.
point for me, Leroy.
You know
Why
what?
would he
Hold
fluff
on.
him up so much he hasn't played a game?
I'm glad we're all.
Let's
Because
be
you want to know
clear.
why? You want to know
Let's
why? I'll
be
tell you
clear.
why. He's stroking his own ego.
Oh.
Let's be clear. In no way, shape, or form do I agree with you. Are our thoughts aligned? No way in hell.
Seems like they are.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Seems like they are.
That's what I heard.
No.
You
No.
agree. A little too much praise for Skylar. Hasn't played a game yet.
I mean, but that's what
So
you
why
do.
would he do? Why would he do that? I'll tell you why. Because it feeds the beast. And you want to know
Why
what the
would they
beast
do that?
is? Your ego as a GM. Because if you find a 7th round QB, all of a sudden nobody's talking about you passing up on Justin Herbert. All of a sudden, you're diamond in the rough guy.
So, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
What team has the better season? The Chargers or the Dolphins?
I think the Dolphins are going to have a better season. First of
So-
all, I don't
so
think the
in-
division. I don't think
in
the
the
division's
end-
is good. I don't think the divisions is good. Tough sledding for the Chargers out there.
In the end,
Mhm.
isn't that all that matters? So, are we going to do the old Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady thing?
Of what?
Everybody's enamored about what Aaron Rodgers could do on the football field, but he only has one championship. He's only been to one Super Bowl.
Okay.
Whereas Tom Brady maybe doesn't make throws like Aaron Rodgers, maybe doesn't, is not as flashy as Aaron Rodgers, but he has seven championships.
Okay. Are you saying Tua is going to win 7 championships?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
I'm
Leroy just
talking to a wood chipper.
Daddy loves you
I
guys.
think he did. Marcos, did Leroy just say that Tua's going to win 7 championships? 7 championships!